chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. What's up, cuties? Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Aunt Debbie. Hey. Shout out to Gia Rodriguez. Thank you, Gia, for joining the Cutie crew. You are just in time for a Watchback episode on Thursday. Thursday, the 15th. We will be watching Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 1, Episode 7. And look, we are on trend with the trending topics as far as male calling some folks out. I get into that in a minute. Clyon, absolutely he did. Absolutely he did. We're going to get into it. But let me say hello real quickly. Shout out to the Cutie crew. Miss J. Hey, Miss J. Hope you've been well. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. Let me move this out the way. I got so much. Let me move this right here. Okay. Hello, Apple Peach. How are you? Those that are in the Cutie crew and those that are a part of the Let Loose Lounge, where we watch the episodes and have our discussions after, I must say first, and I told her in the Let Loose Lounge, Good Bad Apple has been spot on for ever since she's been a member. She kept saying how Kimmy was very, very, very shady towards Mel. And we're seeing it in real time. I'll get to that when we get to that. I will get to that when we get to it. But shout out to each and every one of you. Shout out to the Cutie crew. We had an excellent members only live last night. I loved every minute of it. Let's be clear. Hey, let's be clear. How are you, sis? Thank you for hitting the panel last night. Hey, Mama V. Hey, pretty ass. Hello, Coffee. Shout out to each and every one of you. Hey, Square Biz. If you guys can hit the like button for me on your way in, that would be great. But look, I'll be discussing everybody that's on this here screen. Trish, Ken, Marquez, Mel, and Sonny. That's what we will be discussing tonight. We almost got into that discussion last night, child. Hey, Cricket. Good Bad Apple tried to set it off at 2 hours and 30 minutes. I said, no, ma'am. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But I did watch the interview. I did. So again, thank you guys. I'm gonna get right into it. I'm gonna get right into it. Hey Teresa, hey Creole girl, hey Edie B, hey G Squad. I do want to say this before I get into anything. If you guys can keep yes, she's my Aunt Debbie, our Aunt Debbie, but my Aunt Debbie. Hey, LaDawn, if you can keep Aunt Debbie in your prayers, send up extra prayers. Aunt Debbie, you know, I just got off the phone with you not too long ago, but Aunt Debbie is having a procedure tomorrow. So we are again sending prayers up. We already know she is a rider, okay, a soldier, and she gonna knock that thing out. Aunt Debbie, we want you to rest up. Don't try to rush out here and do a damn thing when it comes to YouTube. I did see G Squad's post earlier. And I totally agree. If you guys can make sure, go check out Aunt Debbie's content while she's gonna be gone for, I don't know how long. And then also Aunt Debbie. Let me see. I believe Aunt Debbie, your cash app is. Let me see. If it's incorrect, let me know. But I did just drop Aunt Debbie's Cash app in the chat as well. But we love you, Aunt Debbie. We love you. So, child, I'm calling Aunt Debbie trying to just check on her and wanted to hear her voice. And Aunt Debbie was giving me words of wisdom. As always. As always. Love you, Aunt Debbie. And we'll be chatting. We'll be chatting. So let me go ahead and get on back into this. Look, I said this. I need to bring up my YouTube page. I'm gonna do that real quick. When it comes to Mr. Ken, just last week, was it a Power Hour live? Let me double check. Well, I put Ken and Trish both are walking red flags. That was last week, 7 days ago. That is before Marquez came out here and said a damn thing. And in that live, I mentioned how, Ken told us a lot of the good stuff. A lot, where you would just think he was really, really Mr. Knight in shining armor. He swept right on in and scooped Trish up. And, well, baby, look, according to Marquez, according to Marquez, there she go. Little troublemaker, good, bad apple. Oh, I was gonna be mad at you if you wasn't in this live, child. I already said you tried to set it off last night with this conversation, but we're gonna get into it now. I'm also gonna drop the link as well, where we'll have a quick chat. You guys know I'm still a little bit under the weather, and I want to go ahead and try to knock this thing out. I'm gonna make me a hottie toddy tonight. But I said in that live last week, just listening to Ken when he sat down with Carlos and Dr. Heavenly, one would think, again, he was the knight in shining armor, child. That was until I heard Marquez yesterday. Yesterday. That could be J28. Let me put your comment up, and I'm gonna stop looking at this phone now. So I can get into this commentary. But J28 said maybe he was crying because he knew they were trying to make him look bad. Totally agree. And I'm going to share some of the things that he said in that interview that, in my opinion, did just that. Sam, you be on top of it. Sam said, I always knew Ken was a fraud. Look, for me, before I get into my commentary, and then I got to blow my nose real quick, I think Ken just didn't get no F's because he know that he's larger than physically Marquez. And I think he was on his bully. That's just me. Let me mute you guys real quick. Let me blow my nose. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, so I think that he knows that he's larger than Marquez and probably could break the little guy in half. And I do think that there was some intimidation that's going on. Now, look, in this commentary, I will point out some things, even when it comes to Marquez. I don't think that he was totally a victim, but I believe him. I believe him. And as the original thumbnail that I put up said, Trish and Ken, y'all got some splaining to do, like a whole lot. Now, I will give Aunt Debbie credit as well. Aunt Debbie wasn't falling for nothing that Trish has been saying since she stepped on the scene. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Big Queen Shiznick, you believe him as well? Absolutely. Let's get into it though. When it comes to Marquez and Trish, um, they asked him like, how did you find out about the show and all of that? He said that Debbie been saying Trish is a liar. He said Trish lied when she contacted him and said that they were filming a pilot for a dance show for their daughter. And I guess she wanted to make sure that he signed the release, sent the email and all of that. And he said that he was still a little skeptical, but he agreed to not only sign the release, but ended up agreeing to film Love in Mirror Huntsville because his son kept saying that they wanted the son, he and Trisha's son, to act like he wasn't in their lives. So he said no, he just wasn't gonna let them come out and give their own narrative when it comes to him. Now I did have a question about old Marquez. He was at his 95-year-old grandmother's house. I want to know if he's living with Granny at this big age. I do want to know that. Something else that Marquez said. He said that he's very, very close friends with Hill Harper. You guys know Hill Harper. Mel had that was in Atlanta when she had that event in Atlanta. Has that race come and gone yet? You guys let me know. Did Hill Harper win? Have they had the race? I don't know. But we do know that Hill Harper and Mel are friends as well. Marquez made sure to point out that yeah, he's friends with Hill as well. Look, Dr. Heavenly mentioned bad editing, and Marquez sort of agreed with her, and Carlos got real upset. Now, let me say this, even when it comes to Martell Holt, I think that Carlos got a thing for male men, that work on their body, that's a little swole. It was a totally different energy in this sit down with Marquez when it comes to Carlos than it was last week with Ken. Carlos was all teeth, Teef, all teeth. And yeah, he just seemed like he was on edge. He seemed like he was on edge, Carlos. But he made sure to point out no, this was not no bad editing. This wasn't AI. We can't say or put anything in there if you did not say it. Um when it comes to Trish and Marquez getting together, he said that he had an apartment even when he was in high school, I guess at the end or whatever. He said that Trish lived with him. And I was like, damn, my parents let her do that. Trish lived with him. Um, but he also said that Trish lied a whole lot. He said that I get into the timeline. I get into the timeline. But he said that she lied really damn near throughout the whole course of the marriage. She comes with a lot of trauma. She comes with just a lot of drama. But he let it be known that he knows Trish better than, anybody. And I believe him. I think he said he was 18, 19. Trish got pregnant. She was 17. And I believe she had their son at 18. Oh no, he lost the race. Okay, thank you, Cookie from the Shot. I just thought about it when I mentioned him today. I just thought about Hill Harper when I mentioned Marquez saying that he's close friends with him. But he said he he the only one that know Trish. And if he spent Trish had a lot of us fooled, me to a certain extent, because I was like, if that was her only relationship, I could understand her being quiet and shy and not really wanting to talk. No, no. He said that while he was with Trish, it was like pulling teeth. Pulling teeth. He said she's a very cold person and not loving at all. At all. They got married in May of 2006, and he said that the marriage was good for about 10 years. He said that he had been suggesting therapy and all of that to Trish. She didn't want to do it. She just didn't want to do it. He said she was a dictator. He said Trish was a dictator. So didn't I tell you guys, Dr. Heavenly and Carlos are the ones that were pushing and prodding when it comes to Trish, trying to make her just realize how good of a man Ken was, and you better leave here and call and tell him and all of that. And what if he don't come back or whatever? Basically, she said whatever. Trish basically said she can care less. She said, yes, I would, hope that he does, but if he don't, oh well. I saw a little coldness in that. So I believe Marquez when he said that. But he said again that she came with some trauma. She had trauma before he met her. And look, I'm just going to say prayers going up because we never know what type of trauma she experienced as a child, or teen or whatever the case may be. A little telling to me if she was able to live with this guy. She was underage, 17, even though he was only a year older. My parents wouldn't have been having that. I'm in high school and I'm living with somebody. But let's go over this timeline. Because you guys know, Ken and Trish was trying to act like they ain't started talking to about 2020-ish or something like that. Marquez said that's a lie. That's a lie. He said 5 years prior to he and Trish, separating, he had a phone conversation with Ken. Baby, this knocked me off my feet. What he had to say that Ken was saying 5 years before. They were still a married couple, still in the home. So we heard about the chocolate emojis and all of that. Again, we got to look at Ken's size and we got to look at Marquez's size. He said that Ken was all up and through Trisha's DMs, all in her comment section. He said that they had a little altercation before as well. But baby, when he said that, Ken told Trish, look, she's still married. I can't even say while she was married. Ken told Trish that he wanted to perform. How could I put this, child? How could I say this? The licky sticky, the licky licky. He told a married woman that. He told a married woman that. Again, still living in the house, swallowed up. Oh my God, Irene, thank you. This is what. Oh, I'm so glad I looked down at that phone. Shout out to you guys and hit the like button. Before I even get to swallowed up, make sure if you are in the bushes, don't just be spectators. Hit that like button for me.
Y'all came here to be spectation, spectate, whatever the word is. I probably want to respect that.
Irene, thank you again, child. This is what Marquez said. Ken was all up and through Trisha's text messages, DMs, and everywhere else saying, child.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
Have you ever been swallowed up?
swallowed.
Ooh, child. To a married woman. To a married woman. Again, their Trish and Ken's situationship started about 2017, 2018. 2017, 2018. So that ain't 2020, 2021-ish. This is all alleged. Look, I'm just going by what Marquez said, just like I went by what Ken said last week and Trish said the week before. And the math wasn't mathing to me anyway. But anyway, Marquez said that he went through Trish's phone. And this is what Trish said to Ken. That he had the husband body of her dreams. Could you guys imagine how heartbroken, little slim Marquez felt by reading that? This is a married woman telling this man that he had the husband body of her dreams. What else? He said that Trish comes from a family of secrets. Did we not see that? Did we not give it the side eye when Trish was on Love and Marriage Huntsville and basically was just revealing to her sister that she wasn't with Marquez anymore and Ken had moved in and this or that. Little Slim, April, little Slim. I felt that was odd. Your sister, I talk to my sister damn near every day. And that was odd to me. That was a secret to me. So when Marquez said that Trish comes from a family of secrets, I sort of believed it. But this is what he said about Ken that made me think Ken didn't even have no choice but to go to Trish. He said Ken was in a whole nother relationship, even when he said that he wanted to swallow Trish up. Swallow Trish up. That man was living with somebody and was in a whole nother relationship. Um, what else did he say? He said that he did call Ken when he saw the text messages, and Ken told him that he's just a friend. Just a friend. But when it comes to the whole other relationship, according to Marquez, Ken's girlfriend had Ken's location, checked the location, and pulled up on Ken at Trish and Marquez's house, child. Pulled up over there. Made Ken leave. Next thing you know, Ken was back. Evidently, she put him out. What else? I'll get back to this, but I just have it in my notes. I'll go ahead and say it in case I forget. He said that Ken is infatuated with Trish. He said that, Ken appears to act like he worships the ground that Trish walks on. However, in my Kimmy voice, he said that he paid $5,000 for the house that Trish was living in, that Ken was creeping over to. I'm coming, Teresa, with that Ring camera code, child. Ken said Trish walked in the house at 12:15 a.m. according to the Ring doorbell. And Ken strolled in at 12:37 a.m. And baby, you would not believe what Trish, you can't make this shit up. Do you hear me? He said when he confronted Trish and asked her, what is this guy doing over here at this time in the morning? Trish told Marquez that her and Ken was having a meeting. Having a meeting, child, at 1 a.m. in the morning. Same type of meeting, if you ask me, that she was having over there at Martell Holt's house. Ooh, Trish, girl. He said that Trish is still living in an adulterous situation because they are still married. And he said that the reason why Trish does not, did not, have not filed for divorce is because she knows she's the one living in an adulterous situation. Now, you guys know that little Mark, I don't mean to call him little, Marquez may be able to come out on top. Come out on top in that divorce. Because it's proven that she been committing adultery, child. Yes, good, bad apple. There's a meeting in my bedroom, child. A meeting at 1 a.m. in the morning. Ooh, Trish, something else, baby. But anyway, when it comes to him just having enough, Marquez, he said that years had gone by of really not being able to communicate. Who believes that? I do. Because damn near can't communicate on love and marriage Huntsville. It got so bad where people start calling her lockjaw and girl, spit it out. And what are you saying? And look at her even on the screenshot. This is typically Trish's expert. Trish just don't get no damn. Trish just don't get no damn. Okay. Even when she's looking at him like this, child, I think she talks with her eyes. I don't know. But that is the reason why, yeah, she mumbles, child. That's the reason why it's been well, shit, she been allegedly messing around with Ken since about 2018-ish. And but they said they trying to act like it was 2 years. That's not the case. Marquez said he left the house in 2021. No, he moved upstairs in 2021 and he finally moved out in 2022, like a year later. It's only 2024. It's only 2024. She still didn't get no divorce. I think she may gonna have to pay him a little something. I do. But he said he felt like a ghost in his own home. And he said that look, he loves Trish. She's the mother of his children. Trish is strong. She's independent. Then I had to give him the side eye because he said she was loyal. Loyal women don't do what you said was done, child. But that's what he said. No, sorry. He said back then she was loyal to him. He said, but they just really wasn't compatible. He said that he's definitely not in love with Trish now. But he still loves her. He said the last time that they did the do, he knew it was over. So I guess he didn't feel anything and all that. And that's because her mind was on Ken. Ken wanted to swallow her up. What else? What else? What else? But yeah, that meeting, no ma'am, Trish. No ma'am. Um, because again, we know that she had a meeting with Martell as well, allegedly. And well, he even said that. But he also said that while he was still with no, this was after. This was before. Anyway, he went to the courthouse, and while he was there, he just so happened to see Melody Cherie, child. Melody Cherie, and he said that she was there filing for her divorce. Now, I made a live the day. Shout out to Samantha. Samantha, I didn't email it to myself, but Marquez is all over there in Mel's comment section, child. All the way over there on Instagram. And Marquez, Mel, I can't speak for Mel. I don't know what Mel do, but I it's her. And I doubt if she does anything even for a storyline. But he put the definition of class and black excellence. You deserve all your flowers. That was today, child. Marquez over there in Mel's comment section. Uh, we know that. Shout out to Sassy TV. We know that he caused the ruckus at Mimosas with Mel over the weekend, trying to get some flowers up there to her. So I don't know what's going on with that. But let's get into what Trish Ken Ken especially said it in his sit down with Dr. Heavenly and Carlos. The Florida trip. Ken is trying to make it look like this man is a bad dad. And Ken mentioned he missed his daughter's recital, but Ken didn't tell us why. Ken didn't tell us why. Trish wanted Marquez to go on that trip to Florida. Seems like to me, if Marquez would have been down for it, then Marquez, she wanted him to go and pay for an Airbnb. Um, and this is me. This is not Marquez, but it seems like to me if Marquez was down for it, and which he was, they probably would have been staying in the same home. But he said after a couple days, oh, that's why you asked me that. Good bad apple. Shall. He said after a couple days, Trish called him back and said, "Don't worry about it. Ken is coming and Ken's gonna pay for it. Ken's gonna pay for it." Then when it comes to, he said he was like, okay, whatever. But he still went to Florida, guys. He still went and said that I guess he was staying not too far away from where they were staying. But when it comes to him missing the recital, it is because Trish gave him the wrong damn time. Now, do I believe that? I do. I do. If Trish was trying to run game on him to get him to sign a release for the kids to be on the show, the daughter, then yeah, exactly, Teresa. She's playing games. So I believe that she gave Marquez the wrong time, and that's why he was late. But he said the very next day, he went to go and take the kids to Universal Studios, and guess who had already took them? Guess who? Ken. Ken. I don't know, Ken. And he kept saying, what type of man really moves into the home with another man's kids like that, especially under the circumstance. Um, but he said that he never really asked to be on TV. Again, he wanted to just control his own narrative. He also said that he was joking about that $400 when he said, let's go half on the divorce. He said, because damn, they go half on everything else. So he said he threw it out there as a joke. I don't know. Filming at Granny's house kind of let me know maybe you don't have a house. And if you ain't got a house, maybe you are short on funds. I don't know. But Dr. Heavenly said, will there ever be a day that you think that you guys would just be cordial and all of that? What if Ken end up marrying her and all of that? He said, Ken not gonna be there for that long. Said it with his chest. Said it with his chest. And then this was the truth for me. I felt like it was the truth. He said, look, I was with Trish for 17 years and I never spent the night out. Never, not one night. He said, here it is. They get into an argument and this man leaves the state for 3 days. Y'all got to look at that. You got to look at that. I had to nod at him on that because Ken was out of there. And when Trish sat down with Dr. Heavenly and Carlos, Trish said she hadn't even talked to him. So, Ken, were you back at old girl house that busted you at Trish house? Where were you for 3 days? And you were that upset where you couldn't even call? That was a red flag for me. I don't know about y'all. What else? What else? He said after all this time, he still really don't know who Ken really is. Made me feel like he was saying that Ken is really putting on the front and has been putting on the front. What else? I told y'all about the girl that went to Trisha's house, child. Made him leave. Made him leave. Um, what else? What else? I think that's about it with Mr. Make It Happen, child. But he said a whole lot. He said a whole lot. And I'm sorry, I will say for me, I say 80% of it, I believe it. I really, really do. It does seem like Trish don't have a care in the world. It does seem like I'm not gonna say it seems like she's been proven to be a liar because when she was talking to Destiny and Stormy, no, I ain't never been to Martell house. I never been to his house. And then she tells the truth. So most times when you had and stuff like that, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. So let me read a couple of you all comments and then we're gonna get on to the next topic. Shout out to you guys. Hit the like button for me. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this link as well because this is a power hour. So I'll drop the link. You guys can come up and give me your thoughts in a couple minutes if you like. The real Nikki, you say Ken is starting to look like Martell to you. Really? Hmm. I don't see it. Maybe, because they work out. Hey Tanya B. Hey Tanya B. Oh, you caught the replay? Ciao. I just got a text message and I was about to text you the same damn thing. I'm sorry, you guys. The same, I promise you. Yeah. Okay, I got some people that's coming up as well. Good, bad apple, hold on. SKR, hold on. Lady Rita said I was fooled back in, but not Trisha. I said on day one, Trisha was hiding some things, and she still is. Oh, and yes, guys, for those of you that don't know, J28T is not J Taylor. But shout out to you, J28. Okay. Big Queen Shiznit said that she believes it as well. If I didn't learn anything else out of the interview, that timeline was everything that was definitely cleared up. Trish and Ken be lying. Be lying. Absolutely. Absolutely. But look, I got a couple ladies up here. And before we get to the look quick preview of Mel and Sunny, good bad apple, you wanted to get this jumping last night. So you got the floor first. And hey, SKR, how are
Hey,
you?
hey.
Hello.
Hey, SKR is gonna put an APB out on you, child. Yes, I will.
I be in the bushes. I just don't come up.
She be
All right, good.
spectacular. She
Oh,
be
you so you
spectacious.
be you be spectacious. You be spectacious, huh? Uh-huh. Look
All the
good,
way,
bad apple. Let me
all
go
the
with this
way
card.
spectacious. All the way
Uh-uh.
spectacious.
Get out of
You
here
gotta
with
I
that
give us
be
our
SKR. Let me
spectations. Shout out.
I be on
I
Pink
see.
Divas site too, being spectacious too. I just don't say nothing.
Uh-uh. Well, look, we like spectations. Just make sure you hit that like. Nina, I see you backstage if you want
Y'all
to
came
come.
here to be spectators.
This is the SKR child.
Y'all came here to be spectation, spectates, whatever the word is. I probably want to respect that.
One more again. One more again for those in the bushes. You guys hit the like button for me.
Y'all came here to be spectation, spectates, whatever the word is. I probably want to respect that.
Ooh, child. Ooh, child. We got Aunt Debbie. Nina, you were backstage. I saw your face and then you dropped down. So click that link again if you want to come up. But we're gonna go ahead and get through this. Good, bad apple, and welcome, Aunt Debbie, SKR, good, bad apple. Good, bad apple, your thoughts. You wanted to set it off last night, child.
Yeah, I Steve, I was asking you if that man is crazy. Because
Talking about
he was trying,
Marquez.
yes, about him trying to approach Mel and him bringing her flowers and him really. I'm like, do this man really think
Mm,
he got a chance with Mel?
he
Is that
probably do
something?
think he got a chance.
Is this a storyline that he's working on, or do he really think he got a chance with Mel?
I hope he really don't think it, but hey, maybe it's a storyline. I don't know. I guess he said since his wife was with Martell, let me go after Martell's ex-wife. I don't know, child. I don't know.
Okay. But yes, Ken and Trisha are two pieces of work. Ken said in his interview that Trish agreed to do the show for him, that he's the one who wanted to be on the
Uh-huh.
show. He does a lot of covering for her.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And but I really think that she wanted to be on the show, and he is just very in support of that. And I am so glad that Trisha's son spoke up to his dad and say, "Hey, these people are trying to make it look like you're not in our lives. You
Mhm.
need to, step up and make yourself known and heard." So yeah, I mean, that interview that Mr. Make It Happen did, it speaks so many volumes. It answers so many
Doesn't it?
questions. It
Mm-hmm.
just fills in the blanks to where it's like, why is this woman so secretive? I mean, you just
Yep.
could tell that she was keeping secrets, and now we know. That's all I have to
Mhm.
say.
That's all you gotta say after you tried this last night. That's
Yes,
all.
and now I'm finna go Friday's
Look
crab
at
cake.
you. Look at you. Oh, girl. Get you and Minerva. Y'all get away from me. My mouth been, y'all remember how Wendy Williams' mouth used to water? That's me, child. Look,
Yes.
good, bad apple. I agree with you. There is a comment. Somebody in the chat said, I wish people would stop saying he crazy because he not. Let's say, not I'm not saying that the man is crazy. I will say that if it is his goal, and I don't know, but I kind of know Mel, and I know that's a no-go, like with exclamation marks behind it. But I think that, he may be a tad bit overzealous if he thinks that. We don't know if that's what he's thinking. But good bad apple Yvonne say don't call him cuckoo.
Well, I wasn't calling him cuckoo for anything that, having to do with Ken or Trisha. I was just
Mm-hmm.
calling him cuckoo thinking, I was like, what is he doing? It seemed like he trying to make overtures toward Mel, trying
Mm-hmm.
to come up on trying to come up on the
Yeah.
stage and bring her flowers.
He say she
Like,
deserve all her
what's
flowers, child.
up?
That's what he said in the comment section. That's what he
Yeah.
said. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of showcasing and clout chasing, but who knows?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, excellent points. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you guys your percentage. What percentage do you believe as far as truth? Um, you heard in that interview. What percentage do you think that he was telling the truth? 50%, 30, 100?
Personally, I believe he was 95% truthful.
Mm. All right.
And
All
then,
right.
the rest, the 5% is always left up to interpretation,
Mm-hmm.
based on perspective, because, they always say there's three sides to every story.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's yours,
Yeah.
there's mine, and then there's the actual what happened. But
Yeah.
his interview answers so many questions. I just believe it.
Mm-hmm. And look, I lowered mines today to 80% because I think last night I did 90-95 myself. I think it was a lot of truth in there. I think that when it comes to Trish, he does know her better than anyone, probably outside of her immediate family. You know what I mean? They were together, what, 17 years? Something like that? Married?
Yeah,
Yeah. So, yeah, I believe him and I believe his timeline. So, last question to you, good, bad apple. When it comes to that timeline, he said that it was really, which makes a little sense to me, about 2017, 2018, that Kim was all up in Trisha's DMs and all of that. Do you believe that?
absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Me too. Me too. All right, save me a crab cake.
All right.
Send it to me. Thank you, good bad apple. Thank you. She always
Thank
cooking.
you,
Last
Chit
night it was
Chat.
spaghetti. You're welcome. Last night it was spaghetti week. Last week fried chicken. I think you looking for that husband. Good, bad
Oh
apple.
no.
Uh-uh.
No, I ain't looking for no no.
I feel you.
I done got all the way past that.
Yes, ma'am. I feel you. Believe me. No more for me.
But
But
I'm gonna
thank you,
drop on
sis.
down
Okay.
for other
All
people,
right. Thank you. Thank you.
and I'll be in the bushes.
Okay. Let me see what being spectacious. All right, Spectacious Laconiac. That's her Let Loose Lounge name. Marquez dissected their interviews and came with it. He goes around the mulberry bush, but you had to be strong enough to mentally to listen because he definitely confirmed some stuff. You had to be strong mentally. You think so, Chronicles of Kim K? You had to be strong mentally to listen, meaning us or Trish King. Let me know. He didn't affect me mentally. He just confirmed some things. SKR, did you see the interview?
Oh my gosh, yes, I did. And if he said something about that 95-year-old grandma one more time, I swear
Baby.
I was like that. He seemed as though that he needed to say that a bunch to validate himself as a good person. And from what I got from this whole interview is that I
Mm,
know us as being humans, we don't want to come off as doing anything wrong or looking bad in any kind of way. But to me, this interview, it was a bunch of him trying to make sure that he didn't look good, as that he was trying to make himself look good as a father and as a husband. He was trying to push a lot of stuff on Trish. Now,
on Trish.
I do believe that the girl, now let's just say maybe she was having a 304 phase
Who's that?
after he started acting up and he wasn't acting right. Then she said, "Hey, you're not trying to make this marriage work. What am I supposed to do? Sit up here and be all buttoned up while you get up and leave? But then I'm gonna find me somebody else too." So, and she been with the boy since she was what, 16, 17 years old, and then got pregnant. So she didn't
Mm,
get to have her little 304 phase. So she
wow,
got out
married
there and
though.
she,
Wow,
well, while married, but
because let me say this. Let me hold
he
on. Let me say
left.
this. Hold
He
on.
left.
Hold on. And you're right. But he clarified when he left, he went upstairs. And then when he finally left, he went right around the corner. And sometimes the situations is what it is. He didn't have a chance, in my opinion, a chance, excuse me, to try to reconcile anything because Ken swooped on in. Ken was already in the background just waiting, and he pounced on it. But I haven't heard. I see a lot of you all's comments as far as Marquez was doing this or doing that. Thus far, as far as cheating, thus far, Trisha hasn't said that. Trisha hasn't.
I I don't know. Some about it seemed like he make it sound like he been upstairs for 3 and 4 years. I think he been upstairs for 3 or 4 months and he was gone.
No, yeah,
And
it was
that
less
was
than a
it.
year.
Yeah.
It was
So I don't
it was
know.
less than a year.
Yeah. Could these young people have played their marriage out in a different way? Yes. They didn't do it in a good way, but in all actuality, how many people have? In some sort of fashion, some people were able to do it in a right manner, and then there's a lot of people out there that didn't in their marriages in the right way. So she's just one of them. But she had a 304 phase. Now, I'm not taking up for the girl now. She doing too much out there, with all these people in this little old town. But
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
but she
Right, right.
with the bringing the kids in, but I don't believe not now 3 of them. I just don't. I don't believe the
Okay,
three of them. They
we
all seem
don't
like
believe
they are
none of that shit.
lying about something. I think we
Okay.
are having to piece together these interviews and put the story together ourselves, because they
Mhm,
all trying to make themselves seem like the shining star out of the situation. And
mhm.
I just uh, to me, I do think that it was kind of hard for me
Hold
to
on,
listen to
SKR.
Marquez. Uh-huh.
Hold on, hold on. Nina, I see your comment in the back chat. If that is the case, you may have multiple windows open, but you definitely need to drop down, maybe close out all of your YouTube. You may still have a YouTube window open, and when you click the link, that's a StreamYard window. So you got to close the YouTube one. So you may want to drop down and try to come back up. I'll put the link back in the chat. All right, go ahead, SKR.
I just think that Marquez, he was trying to make himself, not seem as bad as it's seeming as he as a father and as a husband. I think there's something about that little girl of his. It's got a harsh feelings about him, and he really needs to own up to that. And hey, maybe he don't want to
He
show that
said
to
he
the
said that
world.
he said that wasn't the truth as well, as far as with his daughter and his son. It was his son who basically begged him to come on this show because of the way they trying to portray you.
I don't know. Some about it seems like he trying to make himself sound good. I think those
Okay.
kids do have some angst against him.
So
And
you don't believe the daddy and what he's saying about his kids?
I don't believe that he has that great of a relationship with them.
Okay.
I don't believe it. I don't believe that he does. I think that at one time he did, but when he checked out, he checked out. And
Mm-hmm.
I think they were affected. I just don't, I think all of them are lying, and I'm just trying to piece it together between the
But
three interviews.
yeah, but for me, going off of what he said, and again, you're right. We're getting all of their parts somewhere in something. The truth is there. But if this man recognized that it's over, the marriage is over, separated, moved upstairs, I think he said for about 8-9 months, then moved around the corner, why would you think that he wouldn't have a relationship with his kids? He moved around the corner. He said he got a house around the corner in order to still be near and all of that when it comes to the kids.
Uh, and then a lot of it could be the way that Trish feels. Her feelings might linger on onto the kids, and then the kids kind of take how they feel, how mom's feeling. Something just don't seem right. It's not right. I don't believe not now three of them.
Okay.
I just don't.
All right.
There is something about the relationship with the kids, the relationship with the marriage. I think they have just made some mistakes, and we trying to clean it up now. Let's clean it up. And that, I think that's human nature to try to clean it up. And that's just what you're trying to do. But that whole 95-year-old grandma pray over me, and she right here, and she'll pray over you, and all that stuff like that. I think he really wanted to bring that in, that he's a family man and he loves his family. And it's just something about it just didn't gel well with me. He
Okay.
talks in circles, and
Got
he just doesn't all of them, something is just not right. Something is not right. Something
okay.
is not right, and I hadn't put my finger on it yet, but that's all I got.
All right. Something ain't right according to SKR. So SKR, on the truth meter, what percent are you giving Marquez?
I don't know. I don't know.
10%, 5%, 0%.
I right now I don't
That's
have
not
no 0%. I just don't have no percentage for none of them.
okay. All right. I respect it. I respect it. Um, God's Grace said, whoever she is, she sound like Trish. Who? SKR. Um, God's Grace also said, I just feel like Ken and Trish came out already and tarnished this man's image, and everybody just ran with it. Look, I sort of agree with that. Sweet Essence said Marquez's explanations and details were scattered, but his responses made sense to things we question. That's why I'm at with it as well, Sweet Essence. Let me acknowledge somebody's mama. Hey, somebody's mama. You said Marquez is sweet on Dr. Mel. Chow. Chow. Yes, he is. It appears to be just that way. And then Teresa, you said, I think it's important for everyone to watch the show to be able to put the whole story together. Getting it from content creators every week isn't the same as seeing it play out. Good point. Good point. But getting it from us and you too, Teresa, in the chat, we all are just giving our opinions. But yeah, that's what I said. Until I hear Trish come out and say, this man was cheating on me, this man did that, and maybe she will now that he's come out and gave his little um tidbit. But look, she spoke, Ken spoke, Marquez had the right to speak. You know what I mean? And out of the three, for me, and we're gonna move on to Gigi. After Gigi, we going to the legend, Aunt Debbie. Um, Out of the three, for me, his was more believable. Trish was just a deer in headlights. I do think that she's hesitant to really speak because of maybe she know that it was things going on. Ken is just the buffed up, you know what I mean? I came in and I rescued her and this or that, and was, at one point they bought the kid's car, then another point, no, he only drive my car. Captain Saver is what I want to say that Ken was giving, but you was trying to save her when she shouldn't have. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. She was in a marriage. She was married and you want to swallow her up? No, sir. No, sir. But thank you, ladies. Thank you so much for the super chats. I appreciate
What
you.
do you understand for you? Tell them to bring me my money.
I'm gonna
Kayla.
drop down chit chat. I'm gonna go ahead and drop on down.
Okay, sis. Thank you. Thank you for
Yes,
coming
ma'am.
on up out them bushes. All right.
Yes, ma'am. Wow.
All right. I see you Thursday. Join us Thursday for the watch along. Kayla, I'm looking at my phone. I was. You said, I believe he was pulling the I love my family card a bit much. He wasn't there for his wife during troubling times. And yeah, that's something that will never sit right with me when it comes to what Trish said. She lost her mom, she lost her dad, she lost her sister. And yeah, that was bogus. That was bogus, and he definitely should have been there. He also said that Trish came with trauma at 17. So I don't know if he had just checked out by then, but so good point. But Gigi, how are you, Gigi?
I'm fine. Can you hear me, JJ?
I
Hello?
can.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
because
I
my
can hear
headphones
you.
are going. Hey, ladies. So I did listen to I listened to Marquez, and I don't want, yeah, Marquez. And Chit Chat, I have to agree with you. It was a lot of statements that I felt like he was telling the truth. And some of them I was felt like he was kind of embellishing a little bit. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say
Mm-hmm.
this. I,
Oh, Gigi, you just went out for a second.
can you hear me?
Now we can.
Okay.
Yes.
I do think something was going on with him, with Ken and Trish, from the get go, because if I remember when she was talking to Stormy, she made it seem like, oh, she was in this bad relationship that she didn't want to talk about it. When they first introduced us to Trish, and we didn't know who he was then, but how Stormy wasn't going to say his name because he was this and he was that. But I haven't seen how he was so.
Uh-oh. Gigi,
Can you hear me?
I can now. You cut off at the point where you said, I haven't seen where he was so, and then you cut off.
I I haven't seen where he was just that bad. I mean, he left his family. Yes, that is bad. But how he wasn't. She said that he wasn't there for her when her family died. Well, when her parents died, but they were children. They were 17 and 19 years old when they first got together. So I think we kind of need to pay attention to that they were children. And if she was with him at 17 and had her first child at 18, I do believe she was kind of out there dipping it low and spreading it wide a little.
Dropping it low and spreading it wide.
on it
Gigi,
too. Can you hear me now?
in and out. Where are you, Gigi? What are you
I don't.
doing?
I don't know. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me go up here and see. I was in one part of the house. Maybe you can hear me in another. I was in the office. I do think at one point that it was something that was going on, but I believe a lot of what he said, and I'm glad he came out and said what he said because I felt like he cleared up some stuff for himself. You know, because
Mm-hmm.
they were trying to make it seem like he was just this deadbeat. His kids didn't want to have nothing to do with him, and stuff like that. And he said himself, his son was like, "Dad, you need to, get on this. You need to sign." They're trying to make me say some things about you. And if Trish did that, then shame on her for them trying to
Mm-hmm.
say negative things about his dad to them. So I don't like Trish because I don't understand Trish. Trish to me ain't innocent. And I don't know. I believe Marquez. I just do.
Mm.
Not all of it. The 95-year-old grandmother was getting on my nerves. And then
Yeah,
him
okay.
talking about him. And then him talking about he wanted to do a podcast. I was like, okay, bro, where you going with this? On top
Yeah,
of
he
that.
did
But even
say he did say that, Gigi. What was the name of the podcast? The Break Bread podcast about co-parenting and trauma. I don't think anything is wrong with that. Long as it don't turn into, may he rest in
yeah,
peace, Kevin
I thought it was
Samuels
just
type
kind of
thing.
like it was like kind of far fetched this job to do this park. Oh, he left this job. Something he was saying about him leaving a job, and then next thing you know, you were going to do a podcast. And I'm like, well, you got children, so I didn't. That was my whole theory with that. But I do
Mm-hmm.
think that Heavenly believed a lot of what he said too, and it
She
looked like
did.
Carlos was a little frustrated that she did
Yes,
believe a
ma'am.
lot of.
Mm-hmm. Gigi.
Yeah, Carlos was kind of really frustrated that Heavenly believed him because if you saw his facial expressions, he was like
Yes.
kind of frustrated because Heavenly believed a lot of what he was saying. So I'm gonna watch it and see where it goes with that, and because I know he's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be on the show because now he's calling Mel his castmate. So if he's his castmate, obviously he's gonna be on the show. So I'm just interested to see. I'm gonna keep watching to see what happens.
Yeah. Look, for the first time, honestly, because I've always given do I think that Ken loves Trish? I do. Do I think that Trish may love Ken? Yes. But again, I feel like Trish just don't give a
Just
damn. That was
one.
that
He
was
got
evident.
starving. Just one.
Uh-oh. Gigi, mute up for me. Um, but something that just still hasn't set right with me. And Aunt Debbie, we're gonna get to you next because you mentioned this right off the top. She moved that man very quickly. It appeared into the home with children. She got a girl. I didn't like that. And then I still don't understand why Stormy called Marquez Mister. She didn't say it like your Mister. You know what I mean? Like if you saying husband and no, she said it like with in a negative way. And he's just not giving that. Somebody, I think it was That Hope said, let me see if I start the comment. Um, that Hope, I didn't, but you said something like, we got to remember that he married young as well, which is true. I think everybody looking at Trish married young, he did too. You know what I'm saying? And they were together for the majority of their adulthood thus far. But look, I gotta play the Legends theme song. I gotta play the Legends theme song. Aunt Debbie is coming up, child. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here it
Hey,
goes.
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. About none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Aunt Debbie was saying that from the beginning. Aunt Debbie, what's your thoughts?
I feel like this. I'm talking about all three of them.
Ooh, child.
I think Trisha, her dress said it all about her. She is
Which?
sneaky link, a liar. She's secretive. And I
Mm.
think there's more Martells and Kens out there.
Mm-mm.
And her husband alluded to it.
Kind of did.
He did now. That's point blank. That's why she's so secret. And I think
Mm-mm.
she would what man can please her at the time.
Wow. Ooh,
That's what I
child.
think about her.
What you think
And
about Ken?
Ken, I already said, got issues, controlling. He didn't rescue that man's wife. He stole that man's wife.
Ooh, child, make it plain. Make it plain.
He stole that man's wife. Them folks were still together, according to what the man said in the interview last night. 1819, they was in the house. He sent her DMs and talking about doing things he should not be doing to other folks' wives. He was
Wallet up.
coveting that man's wife. He stole her.
Absolutely.
Now he had no business. That man was out of pocket. And he a liar. Ken is a liar. We see that now. He's a liar. He said 2 years and they ain't been doing nothing. They weren't doing nothing. Yes, you same way you having a meeting at 12:30 in the morning. You ain't doing nothing. You a lie to me. Ain't no
That
meeting
ring.
going on at no 12:37 in the morning at nobody's house in the bedroom. Hell, meeting in the bedroom. We know what kind of meeting that was. And nobody crying. These folks lying. And they up to no good. I don't like him. I don't like him, and I didn't. And I see him for what he is. He's controlled.
So
And he
Aunt
won't
Debbie,
have things his
Aunt
way.
Debbie, Aunt Debbie, so you don't think that it's possible that Trish came in at, you know, 12:15 a.m. and Ken came over there so they could just talk?
No, well, they were talking all right, but I think they were doing more than talking. You know, you
Talking in
talk when you're
tongues.
in that bed. All them sounds, I believe they were fooling around in the bed. They had a meeting, all right. If that's what you want to call it. You know, folks call it different things. But I think they was in the bed doing what grown folks do, the grown folks. That's what I think. And I think they had been fooling around and that was their time to get it in. And that's what they did. And Ken is a liar.
What
With
about
his
Ken's
country no
woman
dressing
coming
ass.
to the house? What about
It,
Ken's woman coming to the house, Aunt Debbie?
I would have came too, but I would have brought his clothes.
Ooh.
You see, that lady ain't been back. She gave her to him because Ken is not no prize when you look at the issues and drama and traumas. And that man got something. And he also has a temper.
And Marquez, rightfully so, in my opinion, Aunt Debbie. I don't want to say he was scared, but that's a big dude. You know what I mean? That's a big dude.
Big
And I
folks
do think
fall
that he's
down,
been a,
baby. The
yeah,
bigger they
he's been
are, the harder they
intimidated.
fall. You know, but I can understand Marquise too. Now, Marquise, he won't to say he all smart. I beg to differ. Sir, you're not as smart as you think you are. And I don't want to hear about your grandmama praying for nobody. That's all well and fine.
Oh,
that's a good thing.
Good child.
But you said it one too many times, lead me believe you lying about something, and you throw that up to make yourself look good, like you some type of decent human being. You got some issues too. And you are opportunist. It's all right to give the host flowers because you was at an event thanking her for inviting you. But now you all in the DMs and you
comment section. Comment section. It was the comment section. It wasn't a DM.
Comment. Okay, the comment. I'll put them all in the same thing.
He may be in the DMs though. We don't know though. Go ahead, on Debbie.
If he ain't, he will be. Because if you doing all that, there's a reason for that. Just watch it. Just watch it. He got some things going on too, and he got an agenda. And it ain't gonna be no divorce.
You don't think it's gonna be no divorce?
No, ma'am.
Look, people in the comment section are asking because he made sure to point out and say publicly adulteress. The reason why
That's what
she
that.
hasn't filed. And do you think that he could stand to get some alimony, spousal support, or something out that divorce? She's an
It's
engineer.
something.
Somebody said that. Hold on, Debbie. Somebody in the comments said that she needed Ken to pay the bills. Trish doing well for herself. She's doing well for herself. She's an engineer. The cost of living is a little bit lower in Alabama than other places. So I don't think that she needed Ken for the money. I think Ken needed her. Now, I know he's a truck driver or own a trucking company, but the lady put him out, according to Marquez, his girlfriend. Ken's girlfriend put him out, and he showed up at Trish's house with his bags. But go ahead, Debbie. What you think about that as far as the divorce?
I don't think they'll get a divorce. It's a whole lot of stuff in there they ain't telling. And Trish is secretive. And that man, her husband that been with her 17 years, he know a lot of that stuff. He don't want to put it out because of his children, and I can understand and I respect him for that. He is not trying to blast the lady or hurt her, but he knows some things. And she know he knows some things about her. He knows some things Ken will never know. Ken don't know nothing. He know about as much as we know. See, she ain't telling Ken nothing. And Ken is weak and he's done. When he wake up and find out, it'll be too late. You know, that lady did right by getting rid of him. When she came and saw him there, she said, okay, bye. And I don't blame her. Bye. Gone over there. After all, with the stuff you got going on, I don't need that in my life. And some women will walk away and have no guilt, and they don't feel bad because they know they could do better.
And we don't know if that was the one. It was one and done. You know what I mean? He had been with that lady for 10 years, and the way he was carrying on, want to swallow Trish up and all that, he probably was swallowing other people up. Let me just say that Ken was, and I said this in that live last week. I don't want to say he conceited, but he's very confident and
he arrogant.
Very arrogant. Let me read MD Hill's comment because this didn't sit right with me as well. She said Ken gaslit Trish by always talking about her issues and how he's patient with her and has her back. What's his issues? Didn't I ask that question last week? I said it was given perfect. The way he was speaking on himself, it was given perfect. And he said, oh, well, sometimes I can have a temper. Well, yeah. You know, but that was after Dr. Heavenly had to ask him, well, you know, you gave me everything right. What's wrong? Something ain't right. Go ahead, Aunt Debbie.
Something ain't right about him, and he got a bad temper, you know, and he's controlling. And he thinks things should be his way, you know. Trisha, she don't care about none of that. She can check in and out of a relationship. You know what I'm saying? But as far as her being an engineer, I don't see that in her. She might very well be one, but I don't see it. I don't see it. All I see is sneaky link.
Well, that's after hours.
She'll have no
after
ethics.
hours.
I don't care about it. After hours, on the hour. She don't have no ethics. I don't have nothing for her because she have lied about so much, and then she lied and lied about Martell not acknowledging her when you want nothing but a one night stand, and then you went back and told this man to get some crap started between the men. You see what I'm saying?
But Martell said she was by the house a couple times.
Yep, he did. And she also said to Stormy I don't know why Carlos King took it down, but it was a clip up there where she told Stormy, yeah, I've been to his house a couple of times, and what grown folks do ain't nobody's business because we're grown.
And that trailer, the first trailer.
Yes, ma'am. They let me know.
Mm-hmm.
But you've been lying all this other time. See, when you're a liar, you just have
Yeah.
no credibility. I can't trust you. I have nothing for you. You lie about little things, you
Mm-hmm.
lie about everything. So, I think that Marquise, he knows who Trisha is. He knows her secrets. Like he
Mm-hmm.
said, she's so secretive, she'll take things to the grave.
Yep.
Did he
Yep.
not say that?
You said it.
That
You
mean that
said
man
it.
Ken don't even know what he in for. And that's what that man was. He don't even know what he in for.
Oh, he
That's
was
why he say,
confident. He was confident when he said Ken ain't gonna be around that long, as far as to
yes, he
marry her and
was.
all that.
Yes, he was. That's
Well,
cause he know her.
yeah,
He been there
yeah.
17 years. He know her from a teenage on up to a woman.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
See, he know her. So, right there, But then again, I'm looking at him. What's his agenda? He done got on the show and he want to go straight to the top. I think he should slow his roll. I think he should slow his roll. He try to want
Yeah.
to be the big man, but he need to come on down to reality. Come on down, back down to reality, sir. This ain't what you think it is. So that's how I see them. But to me, all three of them are trouble. I believe about 80% of what he said is the truth. 10, I'm gonna give 15 for interpretation, and 5 was just mixed in talking, ranting, and lies.
Mm. Good breakdown on those percentages on Debbie. Good breakdown. Somebody put they all are up. Where is it? Sweet Essence, but they all opportunists. They are on a reality show. I don't think all of my opportunists, and I don't think that you have to be an opportunist to be on a reality show. But what I will say is I respect him if it's the truth. Speaking of Marquez, for coming out here and getting his story out, because otherwise, whatever Trish and Ken said would have to go. You know what I mean? We wouldn't know. And we'll see more of them. But Debbie, hold on. We got two more people. Then I want to show that clip with Mel and Sonny. LaDawn, hold on, LaDawn. Nina, is your connection okay now?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay, it is. It is. All right, give me 1 second. Okay, guys, we
Okay.
got 673 watching. Thank you guys so much. Please make sure to hit the like button for me. All right, Nina, go ahead.
Looky, looky, here come Cookie. I finally made it to the stage, baby. Let me tell you something. I am in such a wonderful mood. I am a Leo, y'all. I'm sorry. I have, you know how we have to toot our horn. It's Leo season, 0806. I turned 59 years old, but I'm younger than
Okay.
that. We are, oh yeah, I'm very, 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 very,
Happy
very, very
birthday.
grown.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Thank you, babies. I wanted that.
Happy
I had to
birthday.
have that happy birthday. It made me feel so good. Now, lickety lickety splickety split, Ken and Trisha.
Shout.
Y'all just yeah, lickety lick. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go away from that part though. But Ken has been dealing with her for a while. I'm sure he knows what she's capable of, unless he's a complete. Well, he looks kind of like caveman, Neanderthal like, and maybe he does not have a clue. But I don't believe that. I think that they met on the terms of dysfunction. For me, a true measure of a man is self discipline. Yeah, yeah. So can we say self discipline? Yeah, self discipline and some type of emotional intelligence. Amen. I love that. But I'm not sure where his capacity is with that. But apparently they're made for one another. Apparently they know what each other has. It's not like they met yesterday, guys. They were this marriage broke up, and Ken and Trisha was a part of that. Now, what I'm going to tell y'all right now is this, and you ain't never heard of the type of workout they was working out. Now, the workout
Mhm.
that they did, they worked out their glutes and their pelvic areas, their legs.
Child.
They stretched out. They did splits.
Oh
Okay,
Lord.
so I mean, that's how they got in shape. Now, with all that, they can enunciate. Well, Trish should be able to, but Ken, you should be able to enunciate very well because you're getting mouth workouts, jaws. You know you should be able to
Mm-mm.
speak really well, and that's a workout, y'all. Know what kind of workout? Worked it out. They worked it out. They was working out. Now y'all stop that. And it was a good workout because it was just personal. Wasn't nobody else business. But this was, and that's what made it extra scandalous and delicious because we was just sneaking. It was just very exciting for us. That's what we like. And that darn Trish, to me, you ever heard like a woman thinking like a man? She acts like a man. She doesn't think like a
Mhm,
woman in terms of sexual uh
Mhm.
mhm.
interactions. She can interact without emotion. It doesn't matter. It's a gratification for her. Okay, girl, that's what you do. And so I got a cousin, and she the biggest HOE. She put the HNONE in HOE in this town. You one of the biggest ones, girl. But that comes from childhood. That comes from just being over, and with the XEX, right? That's what you like to do. And she's probably like that. I don't know. But I've always said that she was the original sneaky link. Baby, we got to have original. Now, Mel, I know you're not probably around right now, but I need you to do a song about the sneaky links, girl, because I like how you do songs. You do great verses, and you just as a poet on the songs, child. And I want you to get on stage out there in the field, child, and dance and talk about how these sneaky links got it going on, child. Just do it. Do it for me. I want Mel to make a song about these sneaky links. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna say to y'all, I don't have my chill pills no more. I'm ran out of them, so it ain't no chill in me. I'm running my mouth. I'm in my season. I'm great. I'm a Leo. I'm a blessing. I'm sorry. Hey guys. Hi.
Happy birthday.
Yes, girl, I'm just clowning. That's why I'm on my clown act. That's what I'm doing. But no, I just wanted, I'm so happy that I could finally get up here. I went to my settings, and settings said, girl, this is what you need to do. And because I had like a lot of echoes, like some would have a conversation. I was hearing it play back along with the current conversation. I was like, oh my God, I know I'm a little crazy. That's not my level of crazy. And I couldn't, but finally I straightened it out. I have talked my butt off this week, and it ain't but Tuesday, y'all. It ain't nothing but Tuesday, right? But I just say it's messy mess. It's been going on since the beginning. I don't know how long all this cheating and sketch. If you don't get from okay, bye. Um, it's been going on, y'all. But I love it. It's good TV.
It
You
is.
know,
It is.
the
Give me
children. I hate
give
that
me
they are involved in that, but it's good TV. I'm entertained. The people worked out. Darn. Then
all
the
right. Well,
man went over there in Georgia and worked out somewhere. He was in Atlanta working out. Everybody worked out. Everybody should be in good shape. That's all I'm saying. If you don't leave this plan alone, little baby, now,
all
please.
right,
I'm on the
Nina.
phone.
Nina.
I'm, I,
Nina.
I know, huh? I hear
Nina.
you.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Give me
I'm,
your
I'm here.
rating. What's your rating on the whole interview and all of that? The truth meter. When it comes to
Well,
Marquez.
at first it was kind of on a 7, but then when you said poofs, when your tooths, when you was toofuses in and talking about the tooths was in the, and don't send me nothing. I'm a dentist. How would you like if tooths was sent to you? That right there brought the rating down just a tad. So I'll give it a 5. But it was
Wait a
interesting.
minute,
He
I'm
had
lost.
piping hot
Hold
tea.
on,
He
hold on.
did. I enjoyed
Hold
that.
on, Nina. Nina.
Okay.
Nina.
Okay.
Nina. Nina.
Okay.
Nina.
Okay.
Nina.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. You lost me. What the tooth what?
The tooths. Now, I don't know if you paid attention when he was having an interview with the dentist, and that other the fairy guy. I'm sorry, my bad, but is it CK, whoever it is. Anyway, he was like, okay, you're a dentist. How would you like it if somebody was inboxing you about with dentist?
Oh,
Yeah, but he said tooths. He said with tooths
Oh,
and dentists. Yeah. So when you did tooths, I done cracked up along with some other people about the
oh,
tooths.
oh, God.
TEWFS. Now
Okay,
I'm not
got
sure. I
you.
think he was
Okay,
trying to
that's
say
enough.
tooth,
Okay.
teeth or something. Mhm.
Okay, got you. Okay, Chad,
So
you had
that
me
brought
lost
the
there.
rating down for me. Yes, ma'am. I'm
All right.
sorry. My
That's
mind
fine.
right now is going 100 miles per hour, y'all.
All right, well, slow it down. Slow it down.
I know. I'm gonna take
Slow
a
it
couple
down.
deep breaths. I'm gonna
Yeah,
take a couple
slow
deep
it down.
breaths.
All right,
And
yeah,
these
take a
kids
couple.
need to go away. I'm on the
Okay, well,
phone.
look, we got a couple more people on the panel, but that was excellent, Nina. You are always
Girl, I'm
full of
having a good
energy.
time.
Yeah.
Yes, I
So we,
is. Okay,
all right.
QT family. Thank you. And I stepped down, but I'm not
All
going
right.
away. I'm just gonna step
Okay,
down.
Nina. All right. Thank you so much for coming up. Thank you.
All right,
Okay.
baby. Thank you for putting up with me.
You're
I just
welcome.
came
You're
back for
welcome.
the
Child,
Kimmy
have a
Dragon.
good birthday.
What was that good bad apple?
I just came
Y'all
back
see I
for the
put
Kimmy Dragon.
okay. Y'all see I put up, hold on, child. When Nina, I had to put up Wanda. Nina was moving fast, child. I had to put this. Let me take this down so y'all can see Wanda hand. Like, can I get it down? Like, hold on. All right. Child, who said saying man? Y'all a mess. Get out of this chat. Get out. um, okay, we're gonna take Wanda on off the screen. And we got Ladzon. Ladzon. Now look, this was supposed to be a power hour. We had an hour and 30. Ladzon, give me your thoughts on that interview and then your rating at the end.
Well, I'm gonna say that I'm glad he did the interview. I knew from the gate that Trish was a garden tool. I
Mm-hmm.
knew she was no good. Just like Aunt Debbie said, the first thing is you let a man come up in there with your kids, just like that, and you're still married. What are you showing your daughter? It just it just looked wrong. And so I already felt like she was full of crap, but I had no idea. And I'm sure it's plenty more. What she didn't say was that man cheated on her. She didn't say that.
Right, I haven't heard that.
No, she didn't say that. So that's what makes me that leads me to believe more of him, because when he was saying the timeline and he was saying that man was DMing her about the carpet munching way ahead of time while he was still in the home, was already inappropriate and she was entertaining it.
Mm-hmm.
That showed me that she was loose. And when he said that she
Ooh,
already
child.
had issues allegedly, um, before they got together, the way she grew up or whatever, also led me to believe that maybe there was some allegedly maybe some fast tail stuff going on. And then when he said her whole family's secretive, it just really, it kind of reminded me of somebody I know, a nerd that grew up in the hood, a nerd that grew up in the hood that has autism, but now he works for Eddie Bauer. Okay, his speech ain't too good, but he know what he's trying to say. But when he was a kid, people made fun of him, but now he's making money. You know what I'm saying? I believe he was a corporate worker. He said he went to Atlanta because of job opportunity. I mean, with his job at first, and his family's there because him and Trish was having problems. Remember, before he left that house, like you said, Chicha, he moved around the corner because he
Mhm.
still was trying to be in those kids' lives. Sometimes women, and I'm not a pick me or a stick up for men,
Mhm.
but on in this case, I want to say sometimes women can be a little bit much, and
Mhm.
I think that Trish came with a lot, and him being not as manly, strong, and aggressive. I think she took advantage of that because he's probably a mama's boy, a grandma's boy,
Mm.
and She ran circles around him. And like you said, moving in at 17, he obviously already had himself in a good place where he can afford an apartment at 18, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But for her to be 17 and move in, it speaks volumes all the way around. So um, the little lies, I don't care about, because if there is any, because I don't know them. I only know what little bit they try to put out there. But what I will say is he looks
Mm-hmm.
more credible to me than them, because he wasn't
Mm.
scared to say details. The girlfriend with the phone, I'm going by the house. That's stuff they can be like, oh, you lying. We'll see,
Mm-hmm.
right?
He said he
But
got receipts.
yeah, he said he got receipts, text messages and all. So I'm leaning towards his. I have leaned toward his side, point blank, period.
Mm.
Because I first of all don't support anything Trish is doing. So I'm not a fan. I was never a fan of her. She can get off the show for all I care. As far as real quick with the Mel thing, I think this poor
Hold
boy
on.
just don't.
Hold on. Oh, you talking about with Marquez. I thought you was talking
Yes,
about the Mel and Kimmy. Okay, because we haven't gotten
no,
there. Go ahead.
yeah.
Sorry.
Melon Marquez, as far as that poor boy, he don't even realize he's out of his league. He don't realize, and if he does go and approach her in a way of dating, um, poor little thing gonna get his little feelings hurt because he's just out of his league. But I can see why he would be smitten with Mel. I can see how he would feel like that's the kind of woman I want, you know? And I can't knock a brother for trying, but I know it ain't gonna go nowhere. I know that. So I
Mm-hmm.
give Marquez, because if there is a lie, I wouldn't know it because I don't know them. But based on what the interview was about and the questions asked and the things he cleared up, I say 100% truthful.
100%.
Yeah,
All
for the
right.
things that he had to answer, and what she said and what he debunked, and straight and what he said in detail, what she wouldn't.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I believe him 100% on everything he talked about with Trish.
All right. All right. Excellent breakdown too, LaDon. Excellent breakdown. I'm with you. I don't know about 100%. But a lot of it, look, for me, I'm gonna say this and we're gonna go ahead and get to that Kimmy and Mel situation, Sunny and Destiny and all of that. Ken, in my opinion, is no different than coleslaw. That's just period point blank. A lot of times people can insert themselves in folks' marriage, and there is no reconciliation time or let's do therapy, let's do this, let's do that. He
Hmm.
literally strong armed. He's a big guy with the strong arms, but he
Hmm.
literally strong armed his way into that marriage. If you were
Hmm.
being inappropriate while we were living in the same household and not separated by a floor or around the corner, yeah, you were inappropriate. So I'm not gonna look at him any different. And in the words of Mr. Martell Holt, I got it somewhere. In the words of, where is it? Hold on. Of Mr. Martell Holt, this is exactly what was going on.
We got side chicks, side chicks, and side chicks.
Sad chicks, sad dudes, and sad chicks. Martell was just happy because the other people is in the same boat as he. But yeah, Ken is no different. You know what I mean? If you really respect the person and you really love them and you really want to be with them, that wasn't the case because he had a whole woman. You know what I'm saying? Then move out the way. And if she love you back like that, guess what she gonna do? She's gonna legally separate and get a divorce, and then she's all yours. So,
Hmm.
that's what make me that man had a right to fight for his family. And even when Stormy said with her and Destiny, it seemed like he still want his wife. He do. But you got Big Bulky, the Incredible Hulk, Ken. You know what
Ready
I
to
mean?
smash her.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Ken and made her sell the damn house. She sold her house for me. That red flag number one, Trish. She sold a house for me. She did this. She did that. She did a whole lot. She accepted you while you had a woman 10 years in the making.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm glad to hear what Marquez had to say. And yeah, we're gonna continue to watch. Like Nina said, it brought a little excitement, and I'm definitely gonna continue to watch. But no different than Coleslaw. Coleslaw was the mouthpiece when it comes to all that shit that she had to say about Mel. Coleslaw every day, every other day. Ken probably gonna end up being quiet in a couple years, just like Coleslaw is quiet now. But it's no different. He just a man, you know, and his smoke is with the husband. Coleslaw's smoke was with the wife. What's the difference? The inappropriateness started while married, both parties, same damn thing to me. You know, Hermosa, he said he don't want her now. You know, he said that they really, really did grow apart. And, you know, it seemed like he experienced some type of trauma himself. He said Trish came to him with trauma. So that to me means if she was in high school and she ended up moving with him, obviously there had to have been some type of issues at home, which could have been traumatic. So if the whole relation and marriage was based off trauma, yeah, he probably got a little tired. But I saw videos of the man being a decorated chef in restaurants and all of that. Seems like he was making a little money. Now I'm talking about from back in the day, these videos that I saw. So, again, I think that Ken has made it very, very uncomfortable for everybody because now he and Trish definitely got to stick together. Because guess what? Both of them gonna look like a fool. Ken's ex, I told you so. Marquez, I told you so. You know what I mean? So they gonna stand beside each other, and I wish them well. But I knew Ken just wasn't just didn't come in and sweep Trish off her feet. And I knew Trish didn't give a damn when she was in that interview with Dr. Heavenly and Carlos and said, "Well, if he don't come back, he don't come back."
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So yeah. Anyway, great discussion on that. Shout out to the chat. If you guys have not hit the like button, please go ahead and hit that like button for me. We'll continue this conversation, though, you know that. But let's go ahead and get into this. Good, bad apple was back the panel, and I gave you your props at the start of this live because you've been saying this for at least as long as you've been a Cutie Crew member and hitting the link on my page. Kimmy been showing the signs. And as I mentioned, with us watching back from episode 2, and we just finished episode 6 of season 1, Kimmy was hating on Mel. Kimmy was putting it in Tisha's head. Don't fall for it. Blueprint. What she mean, blueprint?
Mhm.
I mean, she was just working her in that way. And what Mel had to say in this clip, I totally agree with it. So let me go ahead and put my copyright disclaimer up. This is allowed via fair use. I will be playing this from Love and Marriage Huntsville's Instagram page. And I will play a little pause, because just for YouTube purposes. Happy birthday again to all the Leos. Anitra J, happy birthday. Your birthday is tomorrow.
Happy
Virgo
birthday.
season is coming, no baby. Virgo season is coming. But yes, covered under fair use. And let me go ahead and share my screen. This is and Sunny. Mel and Sunny. All right. Let me make sure. Let me get out and go back. Make sure we start this from the top. Ooh, child, I gotta play that once we done. That was Chris Fletcher dancing in the background. All right, let's go.
In a situation like this, the whole Sonny Moses Destiny triangle, right? I'm here, Tisha and Kimmy, but to be honest, I think both parties have fault, right? I don't think there's nobody totally innocent.
Gotta say, I agree. I agree. Destiny wasn't innocent. We heard more about Moses than we have LeBerry. What we doing? Okay. Well, let's go.
I think something is really triggered because they haven't been able to put a face maybe with what their men are doing, and then they're seeing your face and they feel like you took him from her. I hope not, but it seems like it's giving a little bit of giving a little bit of trigger, ain't it? Yeah. But I'm glad you're not triggered. You know what I'm saying? If anybody, you would feel, it's funny you mentioned that.
Gotta pause. Thank you for mentioning that, Sonny. Thank you for mentioning that because if it's anybody, it should be male. Hold on, guys. Barking dogs. Okay, let's go.
Interesting to me is kind of the hypocrisy of it all, right? They seem to be so strongly opinionated by you and a person. He was not married to this girl, didn't have kids together, weren't even engaged, and damn sure they have no 14-year relationship like I was, right? Right. But I literally have heard Kimmy say, "Oh, I refuse to call her a side chick. I'm not calling her a side chick in terms of my situation." Right. In a situation like this,
All right. Um, facts, facts. And if you guys remember, Kimmy most definitely said that about coleslaw. The reason, or the question for me is why? Why didn't she want to call coleslaw a side chick? Could it be allegedly that she related in some way? We do know that Reese was still married to Kiowa when he and Kimmy met. I'll just say met. But Mel is absolutely right. It was bogus. It was bogus of Kimmy to say that. And for me, thank you, Good Bad Apple. I'm a believer now. She's been hating. She's been hating. And I will suggest to each and every one of you that look back is something else. Looking back now with the eyes that we have now on these episodes is something else. But I'm going to hold you, Good Bad Apple. Gigi, your thoughts on that clip?
My thoughts on that clip is she was absolutely right. I mean, I'm just that yeah, I think that's why they don't want Sonny around because Sonny's not a threat to them. She's sleep with their men, so why they don't want her around?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I have to agree with her that I think that's kind of like, okay, this could be us, or we don't want to bring out our own drama into this. So I'll have to agree with her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good points. And for me, you guys know how I felt when this whole story was introduced. Yeah, and I'm still gonna stand on she was Destiny's producer. It did look some type of way for me, but the fact remains that's his husband. I mean, that's her husband now, and that's his wife, and they are now on this show. So no, we don't have to keep harping on that. And no, that don't mean that she should be excluded from this event or this trip or whatever the case may be just because he was with Destiny. Everybody know what it is now, and basically it is what it is. But yeah, they are putting a little bit too much dip on the chip because, as Mel said, he and Destiny did not have kids. He and Destiny were not engaged. None of the above. But for them to, again, we looking at from these eyes that we just saw in these episodes, and the Scotts 1.0, especially Marceau and Tisha and Kimmy, made sure to put it out there about coleslaw all up and through the episodes that we just watched, all up and through, and got a joy and chuckled and laughed and all of that. But the laughs were going to Mel, not Martell. Excellent points, GG. LaDon, your thoughts
Wait,
on that
but
clip?
wait, to
Oh,
chat.
go ahead.
I want to say something really fast. When
Mm-hmm.
Kimmy made that, remember that whole girl code of it all that they were talking about? I guess that girl
Mm-hmm.
code didn't apply to Mel. So she
Mm-hmm.
said, "Oh, don't call her that." Wouldn't that be girl code to be your if Mel was your friend?
Absolutely. That's why it's in my title. Mel calls out the fake girl codes.
Oh,
Absolutely.
all righty. That's all
Absolutely.
I want to say.
Absolutely. No, no, no. I'm not saying that you should have seen the title, but I'm saying I agree with you. Absolutely.
No, no,
Ain't no
I know.
girl
I was just
code.
saying. No, there is no get. Absolutely, there's no girl code.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good point. Go ahead, Gigi. I don't know if you were done.
No, I'm done. I'm done.
Okay. Good points. Yeah, girl code is out the window. And I hate to keep saying this. We on season 1, just finished episode 6. There was not a girl code way back then at all. Tisha bringing up cheating at the 10th anniversary party, all in their confessionals. They laughing and joking about what was really going on, and Mel was in tears damn near in every episode. You could just see her brain moving and operating, and hurt. And the theme of our last Let Loose Lounge was mental anguish. Mental anguish. What did I do wrong? Well, what was going on? You were still normal. We were still doing this and that. So yeah, they didn't give a damn about her. So I find it funny, like they'll say that they want people to give a damn about Destiny. But thank you, Gigi. LaDawn, you are next.
Yeah, I'm glad Melody brought that up too, and used that as an example of the way they're responding to Sonny. Because like you said, Chit Chat, you was like that in the beginning. I mean, you still feel like that, because I feel I wouldn't have did it. It's just too close for comfort. But does it matter now? No. They're married.
Mm,
They're married, they're doing things together, whatever. And Dusty, it just doesn't make no sense. And Tisha, don't nobody want your man.
ooh, child.
Don't nobody want your man. A side chick wouldn't even stay around that long.
Well, look,
That's why
according to
they make
Coleslaw,
nerve.
according to Coleslaw, he has one that's ongoing. Well, as of the last time she came live, but she said Marceau woman been around for 9 years. That's what
Oh.
Ariane Curry said. Straight
Well, sorry,
years.
I'll take that part back then. But anyways, yeah, that's right, and I hope they all see this too, and I hope that get brought up. I hope Sonny bring that up. Where was y'all girl code of support, or your anger towards what was happening with Mel? Dusty, you didn't
Mm-hmm.
have it because you went off because I gave Mel an opportunity to open up for Monica like you. You went berserk, so we know you didn't care what
Mm,
this woman was going through. I can't wait for the reunion. You know, um,
mm-hmm.
I love what Mel's doing this season, calling them on their stuff right then and there. She's not sparing them like she used to. Um, and I'm here for it. And I want to see the response on all this.
All right. Yeah, we should see it. We shall see it very soon. I'm not sure how they watch the episodes as they go on, like if they get them a little in advance. I don't know. But yeah, I'm with you. I want to see the
Well, they
reactions and
seen this
everything else.
clip.
Yeah, yeah. But look, it's the truth. It's the truth. And you guys
Yes.
know I am a male supporter, but look, this is the truth. There was no compassion, no empathy, no nothing, no sympathy, no nothing. To me, they got joy out of her pain. And we have always said, and I'll say it and then I'm going to move on. Not one time did I really see them consoling her as a woman that was a friend of theirs when she was going through this. Not no girl F him, and girl, you know how we get together when we with our girlfriends and we all have
F them,
drinks and
girl. F them. F them,
yes,
girl. F them.
none of that. None of that. Martell was the good guy. So that's always that little phrase that Kimmy said. Martell's a good guy. Okay. But excellent points, LaDawn. Austin said Destiny also chose to come back and be a part of the show. If she did not want to with Sonny and Moses, she could have opted out. Yeah. And stop giving them interviews, child. Or talking about it in your mental Mondays. Again, we know more about Moses than your damn husband. That's just me. That's just me. Simply beautiful. Simply said it was Kimmy saying, while Mel is happy, coleslaw isn't. Like, girl, F that tricks feelings. Yeah. They really wanted to make coleslaw more than what she was. And that, as I just said about Ken could have left Trish alone. Coleslaw could have left Martell alone. End of story. So nobody had a pow pow up to their head saying you gotta be here while I'm married. No, no, there's no respect in that. But excellent points again, LaDawn. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and go to Nina. Nina, your thoughts on the clip?
Okay, guys, I've calmed down a little. I'm still hyped. Sorry. I'm going to go directly to what we're discussing now. But Aunt Debbie, I did say she said that he stole that lady. That's going back to the prior topic, and I'm like, so we need a moving stolen. We had taken, now we need stolen, and I'm moving forward now with this particular situation. I was done with Kimmy and Tisha, when they went to Mel's house and told her she was acting bougie. Because she invited them into her home to do things that she likes to do. Well, they didn't want to be bougie. But guess what? What God did? God said, prepared a table before Mel's enemies, baby. And y'all had to eat there. This past event, sweetie, the bougie event, baby, you should have been involved in that. You may be a little further along in your business because you had a chance to network and introduce yourself and what you had to bring to the table. But instead, you were being petty. They were petty then, and they knew what was going on. So I was done with them at that point. Kimmy, I've been disappointed in you, especially. I think the last straw was when we were so protective over Kimmy because her husband wanted to hurt. She bends over. What did she turn over or bend over? I'm not sure what it was doing, what the position was, but she took it like a champ or something like
Roll
that.
over.
Yeah,
Roll
thank you.
over.
Thank roll over, babe. Sorry. Bend over, roll over, toss a leg up. She was trying to, she wanted that. And when I got through with her, it was because we were so defensive of her and protective of her. She lashed out on us. And that's when I said, you know what? That's your marriage. That's your man. I would not be involved in that. I would not do that anymore because this is where you want to be at. So I think that maybe they have moments of joy, possibly they could. We already know how Marceau does Tisha. I mean Tisha. We know how he loves to embarrass the heck out of her, trying to be nice. But they have always been jealous of Mel, and they took pleasure. If you're a hater, you take pleasure in someone's pain. I can't be your friend when I'm hating on you. And so the truth was just being, your actions. You can talk all day. Love is not a verb, baby. It's action. Friendship is an action as well because I'm going to be there. I'm going to be supportive. I'm going to offer whatever I can to be your friend. And they have never been. I've never seen it. The Scots are takers. They're not givers. I don't think they were raised up to give to the community. Give and be supportive. All they know is to take, take, take. And they do that to each other. Point blank. Kimmy, we don't even know where the hell you came from. Girl, somewhere in Baltimore or Maryland somewhere. We don't
Hold
know
on,
nothing about your roots. Okay, I'm
Nina.
done.
No,
Yeah.
no. Give me your thoughts on the clip, sis.
The clip. Okay. Yeah, Mel just called them out finally. And I love when my favorite person meets me where I'm at. We have a meeting of the minds. She did what she
Mm.
should have done a long time ago. I love when they get it and they act it out and I can see it on the screen. And baby, I love it. I'm glad that you did that. And because
Yeah.
like me, if you could tell, I will kick the door in, kick it open, and I bust it down, baby. I'm confrontational. I can be nice about the confrontation, or I can be an aggressive confrontational person. It doesn't matter to me, but I like to put it out on the table right away. I'm so happy that Mel did that because it justified us. It helped, what I'm saying? It helped us with our connection because we had been feeling that way. So when we see her do these things, I am happy. I'm happy. That's all. And I'm not going to hold it up. Because you could tell I could
All
talk for
right,
four
boo.
hours, child. Yes, I could, child. But
All
thank
right.
you for your patience with Nina Lynn. Ooh, almost gave me a whole government name, child. Yes, I
You're
did.
welcome. You're welcome, Nina. And look, I'm glad that we're seeing it as well. I think that
Right, right.
everything has registered with Mel. And as she continues on her journey, yeah, she calling folks out, so it's the audacity for her. You sitting there talking about girl code and destiny, and I don't know if she should, Sonny need to be on the trip and all that. But wait a minute, sis, what did you just say a season or two ago? And I was married to this man with kids and all this. So So excellent points, Nina. Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Great points. A lot of people, Simply Beautiful, say I saw Kimmy episode 1. Look, I was one that I thought until this second glance back that we're doing now, that Kimmy, the bougie thing didn't bother me too much. I told you guys that. But it did bother Mel so much so that it brought her to tears. But for me, bougie means, yeah, you think I'm up here, and if that's what you think, then it is what it is. But after seeing everything else that we're seeing, like when Tisha had to tag her little baby with her to the beauty salon when Kimmy was getting styled for her wedding or whatever, testing out styles or whatever. And Kimmy was hating on Mel all up and through that scene. Then it was another scene, and then it was her confessional, and I don't care what Mel think and this or that. And now she's not the blueprint, and it's so evident now for me. So yeah. Simply Beautiful and Good Bad Apple are ones that's been peep game. Okay. Speaking of peeping game, we're gonna go ahead and go to Aunt Debbie. Aunt Debbie, your thoughts on this, and then we're gonna get into the person that has called Kimmy out forever. Good Bad Apple. Aunt Debbie, your thoughts on that clip.
I'm glad Mel called them out. It's just funny to me. The women that don't know nothing about girl code is the ones talking about girl code right now. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Tisha and Kimmy. I've never liked Kimmy. Day one, scene one, episode one, season one. The moment she stepped on, I didn't like her. And I never made no qualm about it. I don't like her. To me, Kimmy has always been a hater. And the reason being, she taken up for side chicks. Allegedly, in my opinion, she was a side chick more than once.
Ooh, child. Ooh, child.
She's never been chosen. Never been chosen. And she's so angry and jealous of Mel because Mel was chosen. And Mel is intelligent. And Mel didn't sit and stew in Martell's bull crap. She got out of it. And when she did what she had to do. And that phoenix rose. And she have shown that to all the haters on the show. They've never liked her. They didn't like her when she was with Martell. They were Martell friends, not Mel's. So I'm glad Mel calling them out. She letting them know, I see you. I see you. I've been seeing you. And Mel know how to act accordingly. These women don't know, they don't know nothing about no girl code. They don't even have girl code between each other. Tisha and Kimmy. They don't even like each other really. They there because of the Scott brothers and they're doing what they're told. So girl code, forget that. Cause if their husband say do this or do that, that's what they gonna do. So they can miss me with that girl code crap. And if as far as Sonny, yeah, the optics look bad about how her and Moses got together, but they married now. And I don't think Sonny is looking at none of them deadbeat husbands, Maurice or Marceau. Sonny can hold her own. So Tisha and Kimmy, while y'all sitting over there talking about girl code, y'all don't want to like that lady for whatever reason it is. And that lady got some things going on and you're jealous. Get the hell out of here with that girl code crap. They use it when it suits them. That's when Kimmy and Tisha use girl code. They can miss me with that. Get them, Mel. Get them. I'm here for them.
Ooh, child. Aunt Debbie, ladies and gentlemen. In other words, this is what Aunt Debbie said.
Hey, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. About none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
About none of it. About none of it. Ain't no girl code. Ain't no girl code. And look, we are, for me, let me not say we, I am sick of the pity party when it comes to Destiny. Destiny hasn't taken any accountability. We did just see in the episode, or no, it's coming. It's coming for those of us that's watching back. But I saw a clip where she said Mel introduced her to this circle. But ever since the breakdown of the friendship, Destiny been saying it was Martell. It was Martell. No, it wasn't. It was Mel. And I can't wait until we get to that point where you guys can see it. I may have saved the clip, but I just want us to watch in order. No accountability. None at all. And she crossed the line. Where was your girl code, Destiny, when you was at that extravagant birthday celebration of Mr. Martell Holt right there at the Cheesecake Factory when you made sure to put the picture on coleslaw? Like Aunt Debbie said, you can't pick and choose when girl code applies. Either it applies as a woman across the board or you ain't got it. It's really as simple as that. So yeah, Destiny don't get no pity. She put Mel's kids on video and put coleslaw on video, all of that. But now you want pity again. You didn't even want this much pity with your husband. So yeah, the optics on Debbie, you are absolutely right. And I do think that maybe it was both of them had eyes for each other, Sonny and Moses. Timeline is still a little shaky to me, but key word is they were not married. Destiny, there was a conflict. At first, they broke up in April. Then he was still sending her good morning babies and this or that, or whatever the case may be. All that is irrelevant now because they are married. So even with Destiny continuing to throw shade, saying, well, maybe they married, or maybe it's just for the storyline, or maybe it's this, or maybe no. And she don't deserve all of that. Moses and Sonny, like Austin said, is on the show, and Destiny chose to come back. Destiny keeps saying that she was coming back regardless, but I'm confused. What were you going to talk about? We see there's another Riri launching coming up. I gotta add some more rereads on that. A lot of us say don't nobody want to walk around smelling like no Big D. I know I don't. I just couldn't see myself buying no spray that say Big D. I don't want to smell like a Big D. But what other than that, what did they bring her back for? They brought her back for Sonny and Moses, and to keep it real, Sonny and Moses is there because of Destiny. But all that extra, no, Sonny, that's his wife. That's his wife. Excellent points on Debbie. All right, we're gonna go ahead and end this thing off with Good Bad Apple, who has been standing on business when it comes to Kimmy for quite some time. She ain't never had good bad apple food. Good bad apple, your thoughts?
Like never. This
Yeah.
is the first episode. And let me say, I can't really say what I want to say. I wish we was on Patreon. Oh my goodness. But I wish we was in the Let Loose Lounge right now
It'll be
because
that Thursday. Let Loose Lounge Thursday.
listen, Kimmy even said her name on camera on
Yep.
that
And
very
they bleeped it
episode
out.
that Mel was talking about
Mm-hmm.
when she said, I refuse to call her a side chick. Now, if you go back and watch it, it's bleeped out. But on the original episode, she
Mm-hmm.
said she called that woman's name. How dare you?
I
That
thought they bleeped
episode,
it. I thought they bleeped it
it's
originally.
not the original, not when it aired, not when it aired,
Really?
and not even after. Right, not even after. I think they bleeped it out by the time season 3 rolled around. I think,
Mm-hmm.
but she called out that girl's name, and you could hear it, and that is the moment that I really wanted to jump through the TV and fight her. Like, really throw the paws on that lady.
Mm-mm.
I really did because I'm like, girl, how do you do that? How do you do that? You give reference to a side chick of
Mhm.
your friend's husband. Not only was she doing that, and this is all this
Yeah.
one episode. This is all this one episode. I already didn't like her, but this right here just really made me hate her. She literally was showing so much empathy for Martell and blaming Mel for Martell being unliked, saying that she exposed him or whatever. Y'all need to go back. Listen, I can't wait until, because I know you're going back through these episodes. I can't wait till we get to that episode so y'all can see the full
Mhm.
effery that she did in that episode. I left from that point on. I was like, why is Mel trying to be this lady friend?
Was that season 1?
I think it was season two.
Okay.
I believe it was season two. But it was so evident that that lady is not your friend, lady. Just ma'am, she's not your friend. I like I
No.
really wanted to get I wasn't even on Instagram at the time, but I really had the urge to like make me an Instagram post and a
Mm.
profile so I could go and talk to that lady and tell her, look, that lady is not your friend. She don't like you. She hates you.
At, at all.
Yes. And them like having the nerve. I mean, Sonny got a whole husband, and y'all talking about hide your husbands. Oh, I'm glad we had to hide our husband. Tisha,
Girl, bye.
uh, Kimmy, don't nobody want y'all men. Not no woman who got something going for herself. This lady got her own husband. And I believe Mel is absolutely right about the unknown face trigger
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
Sonny causes in them. That's why they don't like her because they
Mhm.
know their husbands are not faithful and they could end up one day um being the one who's left alone.
Mm.
They had absolutely no right to feel any kind of way about Sonny going on the trip at all. And them inviting Destiny when Mel clearly didn't invite her was like, oh my God. They and they're trying to triangulate. Well, I don't know if that's the proper word, but they are trying to play Destiny and Sunny against each other. They were even accusing. They told Destiny, Sunny is going after your friends. She's trying to befriend all of your friend
Mhm.
circle. Like
Mhm.
I can't. I really yeah. I'm looking forward to the Let Loose. I'll come back then.
Baby. Ooh, child. We gonna be there. Somebody got to echo. We gonna be in that let loose on Thursday for sure, and we'll definitely because we gonna see it. It's again, it's so evident for me. Who was that said Kimmy had me fooled? Somebody I just saw it on my phone. I don't want to say she had me fooled, but it's a lot of stuff that we're all picking up on now watching these episodes again. This is my first time rewatching, and it's something else. It is something else to see how things have played out now. Wow, is it right in your face? And the only person that would have known that was Mel because she was living this and she knew these people before the show, while taping the show, all of the above. So I'm sure that what we're seeing and reacting to again now she's been feeling this. So I'm glad that she's speaking her truth, living in her truth, doing the damn thing in everybody's face, especially Martell, especially Coleslaw. Kimmy, I don't care what you want to call her, but guess what she not doing? She ain't using my money no more. She ain't benefiting up off me no more. Call her what you want to call her, but call her what she is and was a side chick. That's just it. That's all. When it comes to me saying that Ken didn't get out of the way for any hopes of reconciliation when it comes to Trish and child, I'm so sick of these dogs. Hold on, mute, mute, mute. Ken didn't step out the way when it comes to any reconciliation between Trish and Marquez. Coleslaw didn't get out the way when it comes to reconciliation between and Martell. Kimmy didn't get out the damn way either when it comes to, in my opinion, Maurice and Kiowa. So yeah, you probably don't want to call it that. You know, you probably see some things, my opinion, in her that that you saw in yourself. What Dr. Michael say? Hey, Dr. Michael. Dr. Michael said and your wife was in here not too long ago. You say from a man's perspective, take it with a grain of salt. I hope it is okay to chime in. The girls are upset with Sunny because she represents the pathway for their husbands, sad women to show up. Dr. Michael, you said a whole word. And that's what Mel said as well. That's what Mel said as well in so many words. Excellent point. Excellent from a man's perspective. And look, it's been that. It's been that. And for me, Mel represent strength. You know, I never got over Maurice saying, well, yes, she can chime in and give me her opinion, but ultimately, whatever I decide goes. Wait a minute, what? I kind of expected that from Marceau when it comes to Tisha, because hold on, doggies, we've seen how he's controlled her. We've seen her come to tears, begging, "Can I work?" Begging, "I want to get out," begging, and him saying, "No, that's not what we agreed to." So what he says always goes. But when Marie said that with Kimmy, I said, "Oh hell no." So yeah, Mel represents the opposite of that. I ain't got to stay with this Negro and suffer, roll over and suffer through nothing. I'm out of here. That's just it. That's all. So from that clip alone, go Sunny. And I'm glad that she did still end up on that girls' trip. When it comes to what you said, good, bad apple, I don't think that they invited her on anything. As it works with reality TV, the producers make sure whomever is supposed to be there be there. They may make it seem like they invited her or somebody else invited Destiny, but the producers set all that up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that Mel was blindsided with the fact that Destiny would be there. But kudos to Mel. I love it. I saw. Let me say this, and we definitely gotta go. Mel dress her ass off. Now, Sunny, I'm just gonna need you to step it up, sis. Sunny is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Her hair, she look gorgeous at Mimosas with Mel. But I gotta share this one more again because just looking at the both of them standing in there, Mel just look. She dressed like she is a damn multimillionaire. Let's look at it one more again, and then we're gonna be out of here, guys. Let me make sure it's up on my screen. And Dr. Michael, tell your wife hello if she's sitting by you. All right, let's take a look. Oh, let me get a cackle real quick. Hold on, guys. Let's look at Chris Fletcher again, child. Ooh, look, Chris. I had to play that. Child. Go, Chris. Go. Chris is a mess. Okay, let's go.
This the whole Sonny Moses Destiny triangle, right? I hear Tisha and Kimmy, but to be honest, I think both parties have fought, right? I don't think there's nobody totally innocent in this
Oh, did y'all notice that? That was a pink dress. I wonder if they were shopping for, well, Sonny was shopping for mimosas with Melody. All right, let's go.
situation. You know what? I wonder if some of these women are triggered because they haven't been able to put a face maybe with what their men are doing. Yeah. And then
My girl is dressed to MF and impress. Do you hear me? Aunt Debbie, we say it in the shy, suited and booted, okay? And
And
child,
you
I love that
know it.
whole
Yeah.
outfit.
they're seeing your face and you took them from her,
I hope not, but it seems like it's giving a little bit of that.
giving a little bit of triggered, ain't it?
Yeah. But I'm glad you're not triggered. You know what I'm saying? If anybody, you would feel,
It's funny you mention that. What's so interesting to me is kind of the hypocrisy of it all, right?
It is.
They seem to be so strongly opinionated by you and a person, he was not married to this girl,
Yeah.
didn't have kids together, weren't even engaged, and damn sure they have
Right there. Now look, there's nothing wrong with casual. Y'all get on these reality shows. Look, it is so many stylists and makeup artists and everybody that really want the credit of being that for you. If I'm going to meet up with male in any scene, maybe I relate because I told you guys they always called me team overdressed. I barely wear jeans and gym shoes. But right here, you got my girl standing there in 5-inch stilettos, a tailored down two-piece suit. Baby, Sonny, you throw them Kanye's, them Yeezys away, child. But she does look cute. I'm not saying it in that way. But you know, I just like dressers. So I'm not talking negative about Sonny. She's cute, she's casual. But child, you going to film a scene with Melody Cherie. All right, let me finish this clip.
no 14-year relationship
No.
like I was, right?
Right.
But I literally have heard Kimmy say, "Oh, I refuse to call her a side chick. I'm not calling her a side chick in terms of my situation."
Right.
In a
Kimmy did say it, and ain't no denying it. So anything that Mel gonna come out and say, you know, there are receipts, and I know she got them. So we'll talk about this Thursday in the Let Loose Lounge. 731 of you guys here right now. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you were in the bushes being what? Spectacious.
Y'all came here to be spectation, spectates, whatever the word is. I probably want to respect that.
We respect you guys being spectacious. Just make sure that you go ahead and hit that link. LaDawn, congratulations again to you, sis, on your new job. Gigi, so very nice to hear from you. Thank you so much, Gigi, for clicking the link. Gigi, your device just said not connected. And Aunt Debbie, I want you to get you some rest and prepare for that procedure tomorrow. We love you. We know that you're going to knock that thing on out and be right back up on our screen here on YouTube. But I just wanted to tell you again, I love you. I love you. I love you. And we are praying for you, Aunt Debbie.
Love you, Aunt Debbie. Praying for you. Good night,
Uh,
y'all.
thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm praying for y'all as well. Good
Thank you,
night,
Aunt Debbie.
ladies.
Good night. Good night. Don't you drink nothing after midnight. Drink or eat.
I won't.
Okay, you know I'm bossy, child. Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Michael. Thank you. I love you guys too. Beautiful people. Beautiful, beautiful people. Before we go, please put some praying emojis in the chat for our Aunt Debbie. You guys make sure to send up extra prayers and strength and just all of the above. Positive energy. Aunt Debbie has been pouring into us all these months, knowing that she had to have this procedure tomorrow, and we just love her. So, Aunt Debbie, we thank you for the wisdom. We thank you just for being you. We thank you just for this banner that I created probably after the first time you click my link, giving it real and raw time. We love you. We love you. We love you. And rest up, rest, and heal properly. Don't try to do too much. You need some groceries, you call me, I Instacart or something. Don't try to do too much, but I know your kids got you. I know your brother got you. Tell your brother I said hi, Aunt Debbie. Aunt Debbie brother got a little crush on me, child. Tell your brother I said hey, in Red Ann's voice. All right, guys, we out of here. Excellent live. If you me a cash app or a super chat or a super sticker, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, Tyra, for gifting a membership to somebody in the chat. I didn't even notice. I'm sorry, Tyra. Thank you as well to Gia Rodriguez. I will say to each and every one of you, you guys may want to join us over there at that Let Loose Lounge. So we will be watching Thursday Love and Mirror Huntsville season 1, episode 7. And then Saturday, we will be watching the new episode in part 2 or whatever this is of season 8. So we got 2 Let Loose coming up Thursday and Saturday. But I'll see you guys most likely tomorrow for a power hour. Simply Beautiful. I meant to read that. It was Kimmy saying why Mel is happy. Oh, I read that. Okay. I read it. Okay, shout out to the Cutie mods. Thank you guys so much for modding. You guys look out. It'll be next week. Look out for your little package. Shout out to those that hit the panel tonight. Gigi, we had Nina, we had happy birthday again, Nina. We had Aunt Debbie, we had Lil Dawn, we had Gigi, and we had I think that's it. SKR. We'll keep our eye out though on Trish, Ken, and Marquez, child. Yes, we will. But I'm out of here, guys. I love you guys. Thank you again for joining me for this power hour. And oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I meant to say somebody's mama, thank you. Teresa Wright, thank you. And Dr. Michael, thank you again for the super chats. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening. And I will chat with you guys soon. Bye. Chit chat with QT. 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 Chit chat with QT.